So if you're following Prince Harry, you know that he's over in London and he's in high court to battle it out with the tabloids that he's suing for hacking his phone. He's talking a lot about his ex-girlfriend, Chelsea Davy, who apparently didn't want the royal life, so she ended the relationship with Prince Harry, or at least that's what she told him. And he seems to believe that the reason why she didn't want to be with him was simply because she didn't want to deal with the tabloids and the newspapers invading her privacy and hacking her phones. Now that we're seeing a little bit more Prince Harry as an individual, all of the characteristics that we were never able to see of him growing up because he had such good PR covered up by the palace. Now that we're seeing these things, I don't know if Chelsea David just said, "Oh, I don't want to deal with the tabloids." It might have been that she doesn't necessarily want to deal with Harry. And I think she located her exit ramp and she utilized it immediately. So I want you to stick with me on this, what I have to read. It's really interesting, and then I'm going to take it to my whole point in today's video. So go ahead and get your tea and meet me right back here. Hello everyone, my name is Carla and I'm a royal watcher. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. As you can see, it's a growing channel and I have to do housekeeping from time to time, which means I need to tell you, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe so that the channel can continue to grow. If you like royalty, gossip, jewelry, then this is definitely your channel because that's what I do here. So anything I talk about is my opinion. I'm gonna dig right in because I want to read something to you. Let's get right into it. Thanks. This is an article in Sky News. It's really good. I'm gonna actually post it and I'm gonna read it and you can read it with me as I go along. It's how Prince Harry left visibly emotional by day of tense exchanges and questions about ex-girlfriends. A 7-hour-long sparring between top barrister and fifth in line to the throne was polite but prickly, with Harry becoming visibly emotional after being interrogated over stories about his personal life and their impact. Conscious he had just half a day left to question and ultimately attempt to undermine the Duke of Sussex, the paper's barrister Andrew Green, KC, King's Counsel, got straight to business. There was no time for pleasantry. Like, oh, I wish I had cameras in there. British royalty versus the highest echelons of British legal system. Mr. Green is a KC, a position to which senior barristers recognized for their excellence are appointed. This was the King's Son versus the King's Counsel, Part 2. The Duke also said good morning to those of us waiting outside Court 15 and looked relaxed as he walked in. If he was jet lagged from his daughter's second birthday party followed by a flight from the US West Coast, he hit it well. The Duke, like everyone else in the room, bowed when the judge, Mr. Justice Fancourt, entered. It is courtroom protocol. I guess people were wondering about that because he's a prince. Does he bow to the judge? And the answer to that, I know I was wondering, is yes. Mr. Green took a more combative approach on Wednesday, but Harry was also more assertive and tense in exchange. The KC asked the royal, "Can you accept the lack of phone data suggests you were not hacked by any MGM journalist?" The prince shook his head and defiantly replied, "Absolutely not." Mr. Green was quick to follow up, "If the court finds that you were not hacked by MGM, would you be relieved or disappointed?" Harry said phone hacking was on an industrial scale across 3 of the papers at the time, and that he would feel an injustice if it wasn't accepted. Mr. Green's follow-up was, "So you want to have been phone hacked?" Harry's response was solemn, "Nobody wants to be hacked, my lord." Oh my goodness, I wish I was at that court case. Now stick with me, this is the last part. The Duke of Sussex revealed that he was motivated to sue a tabloid newspaper over phone hacking in order to protect his wife. Prince Harry told High Court he had been thinking about how he could defend Meghan without involving the royal family's own legal team. I think it was a discussion on how someone find a way to stop the abuse, intrusion, and hate that was directed towards me and my wife, he said, to see if there was any way to find a different course of action without relying on the institution's lawyer. Okay. So he's saying he wanted to protect Meghan. In order to do that without using the institution's lawyers, he had to come up with this lawsuit. He's using this lawsuit for God knows what. Many of the stories the Duke has complained about concern Chelsea Davy, his former girlfriend who he met in 2004. He blamed the media for Miss Davy's eventual decision to leave royal life, which was not for her, and was determined to ensure the same would not happen to Meghan. So he's living in fear that if the same thing happens to Meghan, he's going to lose her also. He felt that he lost his mother. This is a damaged man. And Meghan knows that. He's an arrogant, nasty, petulant person, but he loves her. He's also a very damaged man that needs a lot of help. If she's not milking that cow or riding this thing till the damn wheels fall off, she is. She's getting everything she can out of it, and she's going to milk that royal family. If you think that she's done with that family, then I've got a bridge to tell you. She is not done. There's so much more to be had. And if she cared, would she let him be gallivanting all over the world as publicly as he is, to be exposed this way? He's super vulnerable right now. I don't know how people could just think that this is something else. It shows you her true colors. This is going to go on for quite a while because those kids have got a long way to go. Yes. Meghan has she has shown her cards, at least to me. I hope the royal family is ready to play, because she's got some more cards in her hand. I'll be covering this as much as I can. I believe this is going to be going on for at least 2 more weeks. Although Harry's done, he's not testifying anymore, so I'll cover it in between. I'm just going to leave that right there. I'll update you here and there. You got to hit the notification bell so you can know what I've got going on. And then we're going to tie this in with a little bit of their social behavior, because I'm quite sure either it's going to be extremely quiet or something bizarre is going to happen between those guys. So stay locked. Put the notification bell so you can see what's going on. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and I will see you soon. Please click like and subscribe.